Ah. Also, my microphone might sound disgusting. I don't know. But we're here. Had to do a hefty little restart on my entire computer. Look at you, gender. Thank you. I got a haircut and I have a cold sore. Oh, it's actually not a cold sore. It's a pimple. A very unfortunate pimple right there. Even though I am eating ice cream, I promise this is not chalky. This is just ice cream. Or no, this is not chalky. This is a pimple. It's a very unfortunate pimple. Just before Conde, how fucking dare. Oh, I've been fighting it all week. I've been literally fighting it all week. Today was probably pretty great that like I did not have to wear a mask today because I didn't really go anywhere. So I could just let this breathe and not rub against a mask all day. Ooh, hello hair. I don't really get a lot of lip pimples. If anything, I get like more like down here, like the cystic acne around my chin. I have like this one that's like annoying the fuck out of me because this is right where the mask hits. Yeah, I don't get them often. I was wearing Silas sweater, but I changed because I had to go outside earlier because I was preparing to put things in my car for tomorrow. So, hi. Hi, friends. You can redeem check-in cheese again if you would like. Basil's giving me pimples by my eyes. Oh, interesting. Do you, like, sweat a lot by your eyes? Because normally, like, I get pimples, like, from places where, like, sweat and skin interact. Or, like, for me, because I do mask, like, down here, along the back of my jaw, on my chin. Not so much here. Not so much here. I have oily skin. That's fair. You just gotta make sure you clean it well. Hi, Julie. Hi, Susie. Hi, Anna. Hello, everybody. Get a lot on the edges of my nose. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have, like, them up here. Have a long history with pimples. I think we all do, to be honest. I mean, my pimples are a lot better than when I was a child, a teenager. Definitely, for sure. Like, this is, like, pretty tame in comparison to, like, when I was a teen. So I will take this. I will take this. I will take this fucking little piece of shit on my lip. Sorry, I got distracted. My friend got a Raphael themed birthday cake and she decorated it and it looks really good. Yes, she's bringing it tomorrow. Mine are mostly hormonal. Yeah, I'll typically get like a couple of cystic ones on my chin when it's hormonal, when I'm like premenstrual. I have a form of eczema on my scalp that migrates to my face every now and then. I have to deal with a dead skin city. Yeah, yeah, I get a lot of dead skin on my arms. I just need to like brush it more. I love it. Yeah, it looks so good. Once she posts it on Instagram, I'll share it with y'all. Cause like she sent us pictures in our DMs, but like I don't know if she's gonna do like filters or she took like really nice photos with like decorations like around it. And so once she has it shared, I'll let y'all see. But yeah, like she apparently went all out. Like she got like house decorations, and I'm like, I love that for you. Silas is basically just gonna get me laying on the floor for his birthday because it's gonna be middle of fall registration and I'm gonna be fucking dead. Like he's not getting anything extra special. I mean, I will still buy a cake because I always buy, like, I love buying cakes for myself. Gonna get me eating a fucking apple. I mean, you could do like an apple crisp. I have a really good apple crisp recipe that my mom actually just gave me back. She gave me like a handful of recipes that are like really special because it's like grandma's recipes and stuff like that. One of them is like a recipe that I did back in 8th grade home ec. Yeah, I think 8th grade home ec. So 8th grade cooking or something like that. His gift will be you letting him take care of it. Yes, exactly. Could eat an apple crumble and suffer through the stomach ache. Ooh, you could do that. Caleb better come this year for his birthday, or else. Or else. We might also get a PV tonight, because banner's done in 2 days. Like, it would feel weird to get, like, a banner, like, especially if it's, like, not a rerun announcement on his birthday evening. I mean, like, in China, like, time zones, like, it would be no longer his birthday, but, like, here, it would feel weird. I saw someone speculating that, like, Kalo's myth is next, and I'm like, me and my 2,000 diamonds say, no, his myth is not next. It can't be next. Are both Gemini, so we're perfect for each other? Oh, look. You both have 2 sides to you. Haha. I mean, he does. I mean, that's probably purposeful, too. But I hope you all had a good week. And happy birthday, Anna. Happy birthday to you, my friend. I hope you had a lovely day. Or going to have a lovely day, because I keep thinking today's your birthday because, like, of the announcement in the Discord, and I know it's, like, midnight in your time zone when it happens, so, like, I got 10K in diamonds, I'm all good. Do you have any plans for your birthday, Anna? Giving up on pulling for Rap's new card and my 700 gems demand I start saving up. That's valid. That's valid. I said is laying in a ditch somewhere, I think. Time zone is still Raphael's birthday. Yes, yes it is. We still got another, a little less than 6 hours. I mean, technically tomorrow because of the event. But, which I'm excited and nervous about. Y'all get to see purple hair gray again. But this time I have to apply it, the hairspray myself. It was the first time I applied the hairspray. My friend did it in a hotel room at KatsuCon last year. This year, I have to do it myself. And I'm probably not going to do the sides because it's not going to make sense. Also, Susie, thank you for the gift of sub to Archaea 800 Rybot. Thank you, I appreciate that. Now he can stare. I mean, we're counting my times in that extends his birthday even more. That is true. That is true. Old wives' tale where if you're a Gemini, you eat your other twin honestly has me like, yeah, I would do this, to be honest. Maybe my family and some friends will go to a restaurant. Oh, that'll be fun. What type of cuisine are you thinking? I know I'm definitely going to, like, I think, well, first of all, time zones are changing. I know, my gabbers are flasted. We spring forward on Sunday, so after this event, and I'm like, fuck. Like, what do you mean we spring forward? Like, fuck. At least, like, I only have to go in office, like, 1 day this upcoming week, because it's spring break. You know, I'm going off of a tangent. I had a student yesterday who I was booking an appointment for him to meet with me on Monday. And, like, as I was doing the booking process, because, like, I wanted to make sure, like, I'm not booking a time that's going to be impractical for him, because, like, if he was traveling for spring break. So I'm like, oh, yeah, so, like, what are you doing for spring break, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, look, I'm going to go to, like, this state, going to go out of state, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing for spring break? I'm like, working. He's like, what? I say, yeah, we don't get off for spring break. He's like, what do you mean you don't get off for spring break? And I'm like, yeah, like, university's still technically open. Because he was like, oh, wait, like, why are you, like, what do you mean you're booking an appointment for next week? I'm like, well, like, we're still working. Like, my schedule's wide open. Like, no one's booking any appointments because it's spring break. So, like, if you want to, like, book something, like, let's do it. So, he was just so stunned that, like, we don't get a spring break because we're staff and not faculty. And I'm like, I mean, if you want to go advocate for us to get three months off and summer off, then sure, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna sit outside for 10 minutes and then play nothing but RE9. That's fair. That's fair. You should potentially, here's a suggestion, Susie. You should potentially get back into the swing of Dead by Daylight for the impending 9.5 update. Because it might be this update, and then maybe one more before anniversary update. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many months they're going to go in between of like when they're going to release those chapters, but this might be the last one before anniversary, depending on how they space it. No, not the time change already. I know, right? I bet my mom will convince me to drink alcohol. Well, no one can convince you to drink it if you don't want to. I stand with you if you decide not to drink it. Alcohol just makes my head hurt. Like, very bad. I don't until I had some in my system. Kind of want to, but it's apparently fattening. What, alcohol? Sorry. I might not be paying that much attention. My brain's a little fuzz right now. Unknown controllers part. Oh, it's because I still have 9s plugged in to my PC at the moment. Because I need to double check. It's my reminder that I need to double check with Hollow Knight to make sure it still functions. I just in general don't like drinking, but if I'm in the mood or if it's a special event, then I'll drink. But if I were to drink something, I'll take like alcoholic margarita. Ooh, I love a good margarita because of the salt on the rim, because I love salty things. But the tequila just makes my head hurt so bad. I have 2 achievements left in RE9 and I plan to get both of them and play Insanity. Wish me luck. I wish you luck. I wish you all of the luck. Okay. We're gonna bring Sarah in here. So like not as much yapping because 1, my head hurts, and 2, I still need to get some shit done before tomorrow. So it's gonna be like a slightly shorter stream. Sawa?
Hello.
Hold on. It's a me problem, not a you problem. Because it's defaulting it to... why is there 5 billion things here? Hi.
I like salty things gray.
Me too. I also like salty things.
No, I was repeating what Susie said.
Oh. Well, hi.
Hi.
Okay. Let me give you the game things. There you go. Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year.
I'm gonna move monitors here so I can see on the smaller one and everyone else on the bigger one. Hi everyone. Hi Bray.
Hi. Did you just call me Bray?
Gray.
I heard Bray. That's my bad. Happy unemployment.
Yeah, no one's working.
I wish.
To be fair, I don't plan on it to be a long period kind of thing, but we'll see.
Yeah. Dude, the fighting I've had to do at work just to do a fucking catering order, like, I never want to be an event planner ever. Like, it is so fucking stressful trying to fucking organize getting food to a location and stay within per diem. Like, how is that so fucking difficult? But apparently, you need a doctoral degree in how to do this shit. Like, it's just...
There's a reason why they have campaign, like, organizers.
Yeah, I see why this is a fucking full-time job.
Yeah, logistics
to be
are
an
a big
event
thing.
planner, to plan everything, because it's like, oh my god, like, booking rooms on campus suck. Because, like, first of all, admissions, fuck-ass admissions, and their stupid-ass policies of, like, admitting students until, like, the final fucking day of registration for a semester. So, they're bitch asses. They book so many fucking rooms in a semester, like in a given building, and like they book them like a year in advance. And I'm like, girl, what do you mean you're using this specific room 3 days a week from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 3 days a week for an entire semester? Like, what do we mean by that? I don't believe it. I don't believe you. And
it's hard for me to imagine you can actually do that, where you can, like, for a whole year say that you have these 3 rooms every single, like, for 3 days a week for a whole year.
Oh, because people book rooms as like tentative reservations, and then they will unbook them when they figure out like what they're actually doing.
So they
so like,
book them in
that's
advance
why
so
like
they can use them.
So one of the other events one of the many events our office puts on, he has to book this specific room in our student center like a year in advance, because if he doesn't, then like admissions or like some other organization's gonna grab it, because it's one of the more coveted rooms because it's got a nice view. It's a really nice space, so I don't blame anybody for like trying to snatch it, but like I don't have the flexibility to be like, oh, like we're gonna do this event at this time, this date. Like I don't have that flexibility because it's a celebration for the end of my program that I run, which we usually try to do the celebration at the same time that the program runs. But we usually can't do it in the room that we actually run the program in because the room is too small. So it's a disaster. My campus just doesn't have a lot of like event spaces that aren't classrooms. And I'm just like, it hurts my soul. It causes psychic damage. To be honest.
The D10 for psychic damage.
Because the reason I'm streaming today is because I took off today. But we left off yesterday. It feels like I'm in a fucking sitcom right now. Or like reality TV. Like there's a cliffhanger. I left yesterday at 5 o'clock on a cliffhanger.
Well, you don't know, Grays. We're actually on the Truman Show, but instead it's called The Gray Show.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They thought about rebranding, but we've kept it The Gray Show.
But we left off at a cliffhanger yesterday because our wonderful operations manager, bless her fucking heart, we love her. We love her. She's great. She literally can't do anything wrong. She was like telling me and my supervisor of like, oh hey, so even though this place that you want to do catering for is an approved caterer, they have a contract that they need us to sign, but we can't sign it because they have things outlined in their contract that like go against our policies and our contract, so they need to sign this contract addendum. If they don't sign this contract addendum, if they decline to sign it, we're out of a caterer. We can't pick them. We have to pick another caterer. And I'm like, what do you mean we have to pick another caterer? The event is less than 2 weeks from now. So she sent an email yesterday at 5 o'clock when I am leaving the fuck from the office to go home. I left yesterday not sure if I'm gonna come back Monday with a caterer or not.
Nice.
And y'all know, like, I don't check my emails. Like, when I'm not working, I don't check my emails. The only thing I would do is check my Teams messages, but, like, fuck it, I'm not checking my Teams.
I'm not a big fan of taking work home with you. We already had to do homework whenever we were in school. I don't like how we have to do it when we're not getting paid.
Yeah, and our office is usually pretty good. Like, they're very, very good of, like, work-life balance, especially for us as advisors. The only reason I check Teams when I'm not technically working is just to check my calendar. Especially, like, when I'm going from, like, a Friday to a Monday to see if, like, because if I leave work at Friday at 4 o'clock and none of my appointments are booked, those could book over the weekend. So, like, I don't want to, like, be hanging around the entire week and thinking, like, oh, like, I have no appointments on Monday, and then show up and have 10 appointments and be like, fuck. So that's, like, the only reason I check Teams on, like, when I'm not working, is just to reconfirm my calendar. Can we make a bet? Oh, you want to make a bet to see, like, am I gonna still be using this caterer, or if I have to, like, scrap my entire plan and get a different caterer? Yeah, if you want to, that's fine. What are you gonna bet on, though? Are you gonna give me money if you lose?
$1 million.
Okay, do you remember what happened last time in this game? Because I don't.
I vaguely do.
You vaguely do. Okay, that suffices. Okay, what do you remember?
Last we left off, we were having some conversations with the warden and the guy that he basically let go. And the warden basically said that he was told by the prosecution to tell this guy to let him out. Like, let him go. Like, don't, he's not dead, kind of thing. And there was thought that maybe they had information that the prosecution didn't want made public. And that was the only reason why they weren't actually going to kill him. So they made this deal where he would be silent if he basically didn't go public with that information. And it seems like he took that deal. And we were led to believe that it's based off some papers that he had that essentially seem to just, if you read them out, like, and it seems to be in his handwriting, according to his own son.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Because we found out the reveal of someone else is the one who penned the document.
No, what we found out was that there is some sort of secret message possibly with scarlet ink.
Oh yeah, but like, no, but like, wasn't someone was present in the room when the document was penned, and then he brought, because he didn't actually write the document in his cell.
What's his face? The man that was pretending to have a big lip.
Yeah. Daily Vigil.
Essentially said that whenever he saw the paper, it was in red ink. Which leads us to believe that most likely he did write a secret message in red ink that's like somehow you have to reveal it to see what he actually is saying.
No, wait, but wasn't there like a whole thing of like the papers were written before he was put in prison or something? And like someone else was present when he wrote that letter? I vividly remember this. Chat, you gotta vouch for me here. Do we not remember this?
I know that... What's his face?
Yeah, wasn't
Barrett
it Clint?
said,
Wasn't Clint and
Barrett
Genshin,
said that
like, weren't they writing that together or something? Or like Clint wrote it?
Eric said that he saw similar stuff with Clint being written in red ink or scarlet ink.
Oh, because wasn't it something about like there was ink on his hands, and
yes,
and Barrick, of course, being very underhanded, like Clint is very well bred, and I'm like, what? What do you mean by that, sir? I have questions.
So the idea is that he was murdered before he had the chance to wash his hands. So it's
like
you might
they're
be right. It might
implying
actually be
that
Clint
like potentially
that
like like what was he doing like writing in Japanese style before he could like wash his hands?
I didn't. Have we read what the red scarlet ink says?
No, we haven't. We haven't.
So it might not be Japanese. It might actually be. It might be Clint wrote something and he had the paper.
Right. But like that's how my brain like correlated, like, oh, like they were like they were together at the same time.
Yeah.
Raises hand. Is Mr. Von Zieks also well bred or the breeder?
Yes.
Well, I was gonna refuse to answer that question, but Sarah answered it, so like the jury's still out on that one.
Case closed. We're moving on.
Okay, yeah, because this was the last will and testament of Lord Clint Von Zieks. This is what we're now arguing.
Yes. I remember that there is something that's going to happen that it might be a surprise.
Oh yeah, because you spoiled it for yourself, and then you got big mad about it.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out how it connected. I was like, how does this work? I was like, why do we present this? And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I think we found out about it whenever we presented the autopsy report. And that's how we connected the red ink to the paper. Because there was something on the autopsy indicating Clint having red ink on his hands.
Don't stay too long in there.
All right, bye, Susie. Thanks for the lurk.
Lurk
All
and
right.
burk.
Last will and testament of Lord Clint von Zieks.
No.
Everyone is stunned.
Objection!
Oh, he's not okay.
This is madness. My brother's last will and testament.
Oh, he's not okay. And yes, chat, I took a screenshot of this face. This is such a smooth animation.
That would mean that he has chosen to die.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, like, I don't know about, like, in this point of history, but, like, it's common practice, like, to have a will at some point in life ready to go. I mean, I remember my mom talking about it to me, like, 2 years ago. She's like, not to be, like, morbid or anything, but, like, I started writing my will, and I'm like, oh, okay.
To be fair, I don't think most people write their will before they die. Like, right before they die, like that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Unless if they have,
Usually they do
like,
it,
great suspicion of, like, something's going to happen to me.
Yeah. It seems to indicate that he knew he was going to die or was planning on dying. And that's
Right.
not a good look.
That is what it would mean, yes.
No, impossible. That is utterly out of the question.
On what grounds, sir? Where's your... Do you have evidence to present to the court?
My feelings.
my Heelys have feelies. Lord von Zieks.
Clint was pursuing the professor. It consumed him day and night.
But have you, sir, considered what if he was the professor?
I'm really feeling
We're
Jekyll and
gonna
Hyde
break his
situation.
brain. We're gonna fucking break his brain with that revelation.
I was pursuing him so hard I became him.
Von Zieks, your hero worship of your brother is showing. Beyond just his racism, that is also
can see-
showing.
You can see my erection. Whatever happened, he would never have abandoned his investigation before its conclusion. Never!
Unless if you know he got murdered. Muck ducked.
He wouldn't rest until the job was done, until the killer was caught.
Okay, but you're making him sound like he was an investigator, not just a lawyer. Like, pick one. Lawyers don't investigate.
I mean, they
I
do
mean,
in this universe.
in IRL, lawyers don't investigate.
Yes, you're right. They're not detectives, but
But in
the
this
Phoenix Wright
universe, I guess they are.
Yeah. No, whether you're a prosecutor or you're a defender, the lawyers apparently do the investigating for some reason. As we can
So-
see by Detective Gumshoe.
The idea that he would willingly accept his own death. It's obscene!
Objection!
Obscene.
And yet, we can be sure that he was writing his will moments before his death.
And that Genshin Asogi came to be in possession of that document. So what could the will possibly have contained?
Clearly something that couldn't be made public under any circumstances whatsoever.
Okay, so we just need to get a lighter and line it up with a magnifying glass exactly at 2:22 p.m. on the winter solstice to be able to read the scarlet ink on this document. Is that what we're going with this?
I'm just reminded of like how in The Hobbit you couldn't read the map unless you saw it through the lens of like a certain time of year, moon solstice kind of thing.
I mean, that also happened in no, I don't think that happened. No, there was something like that. There was a mechanism in Avatar: The Last Airbender where like specifically, I think the temples on the specific islands. I can't remember. I think it's like the fire temple, the sacred temples, I believe. Like you can only enter them on the day of the specific solstice, because that's when the sun would align with everything.
The only thing I remember regarding moons and Airbender is that Sokka apparently got with the moon at one point.
Yep, that happened. He kissed the moon, and then the moon died.
And then the moon became the moon lady.
Yeah.
Lady Moon. Apparently he still didn't get anybody by the end of the fucking series. I think that's probably my biggest letdown about it.
No, he did. He got with Suki.
Not according to the next series where
I did not watch Legend of Korra.
Yeah, Legend of Korra.
That was like I was growing out of that stuff by that point.
That's fair.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch it at some point.
It feels like he should have gotten with Suki, and like...
I mean, that's what it's implied at the end of the original series, is that he's with Suki.
Legend of Korra just has him being single the rest of his life for some reason.
I mean, I haven't watched Legend of Korra, so I can't corroborate, because I don't know how much of a time difference there is in between, so...
That's enough for, like, Katara to be an old lady, like, wrinkly, old, short lady.
Yeah. IRL prosecutors don't investigate either. They rely on evidence provided by the police. Yeah. Both lawyers on both sides don't do the investigation.
You're telling me prosecutors don't do investigation? I'm
yeah.
I thought they just made up evidence.
No, it feels like in most of the trials I've seen, it feels like the defense is making shit up. They need to save on budget, so they combine the jobs of lawyer, prosecutor, and detective. Valid. Fair enough. Have a nice day, Julie. You can carry on. Did I miss a leggy? You did not miss a leggy. No. We haven't had a crash out. Like a full crash out yet.
Personally, I think it's because the police don't actually do a lot of investigating in Japan, so it's more of like a play on that, how they're kind of incompetent and not trained properly for that kind of stuff.
Just talking about what evidence is there about Von Die's brother, and I suggested leggy. Yeah, that's like basically the only thing you've missed so far. Cosma and Riono are just trying to convince Von Zieks, like, this is your brother's will and testament. This is what it is. You may only read this book during a blood moon on the second week of the second month.
Because armed with that document, my father was able to negotiate with the judiciary for his life. It was something so damning that it prompted the powers that be to enact that daring jailbreak.
The higher powers that be have entered the chat. It's my favorite saying. Whenever someone at work is like, yeah, like all the people, like boss's boss, I'm like, so you mean the higher powers that be? The people who have all the power that don't give us the power, you know?
Anarchy.
Yes, there be no question that the will contained information at the utmost secrecy.
I wonder.
I had to stop for that.
I wonder if it's something. I wonder because, like, okay, pause for a second here. Let's think about this. So, I wonder if, again, this is just speculation, chat. So, like, don't confirm or deny anything. If you know anything, don't lead us in any specific directions. So, I wonder because when we think about it, Strongheart's been in power for so fucking long.
Yep.
I wonder if, like, he was masterminding shit before the whole professors thing came up. Like, just trying to, like, worm his way into everything. So I wonder when Clint was, like, a prosecutor and going through everything, while Barrack was going through his schooling and training and testing to become a prosecutor, if Clint was kind of going through the same thing that, like, all of us are going through right now with the higher powers that be, aka Strongheart, And I wonder if this is the secret of, like, this is the damning evidence against Strongheart that you need, type of thing.
I do find the idea funny of him just like writing something down like this bitch guilty and just like has a picture of Strongheart on the side with an arrow pointed to it.
Information of the utmost secrecy. Yes, Runo, congratulations. You know how to read and interpret thoughts that you have just heard. Congratulations. No,
Noises.
it couldn't be. Wait. Okay, wait, Runo has the brain cell. He just figured it out. I've heard more than enough. Pursuing this notion of a phantom will nobody can attest to having seen serves absolutely no purpose.
Oh man, you know we're on the right track when he objects to it.
Right.
No, my lord. That's unacceptable.
You tell him, Kazuma. What did you say, Council?
The last will and testament that Genshin Asogi had in his possession was that of Lord Clint von Zieks.
Also, Strongheart, didn't you say you want us to pursue this to the very end? So, like, that's what we're doing. I know he doesn't actually want us to, but it's like, it's the narcissist. It's like the like, call it the narcissist. Like, well, like, you said you wanted this, and I'm giving you what you said you wanted, but now you're gonna bitch and complain. Like, okay.
It's almost like this. I wish we could like play back like a log for something.
Right? Like, court reporter, read that back.
Yeah.
Go back 2
Court reporter,
pages.
Could you repeat back what his words were at the beginning of this?
All the testimony and evidence presented to the court has logically led us to that as a possibility. We have a duty to pursue the line of reasoning to its conclusion.
Thank God Cosma now has a fucking spine. But with no possible means of knowing the contents of the document, there is no line of reasoning to pursue. I mean, he does have a point. We don't know how to read it. And he's about to pass out. Waiting for everyone on the stand to shout, testify. Is this Sholmes is gonna come swinging in on a chandelier again? Like, here's how you read the Scarlet Ink. Bye.
Child enters. Here you go. You can read it with this ink. Anyways, bye.
Von Zieks took
I'm
20
not
points of
listening.
damage again. Oh shit, fade to black. A reason why Lord Clint von Zieks, a man of high noble standing, would have chosen death. Information so secret, people in the judiciary would be willing to negotiate the jailbreak of a condemned killer. The only explanation that fits those facts is an unthinkable truth that turns absolutely everything on its head. But it's just too hideous. Mr. Naruhodo, you're kind of staring off into space again, and the judges asked you like 5 times if you're done. Can you, like, you know, wake the fuck up, please?
Strongheart's like frothing at my
I feel like we're inside Runo's head, and I want out. Let me out of my cage. Get me out of my enclosure. However difficult the situation might become, you work with your client in pursuit of the truth. That's what you resolved to do when you entered the courtroom this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Mrs. Sato. So hold your head high and keep soldiering on. Yes, you're right. 10 years ago, in his final moments, Lord Clint von Zieks left behind a will. A will that Genshin Asogi was able to use as a weapon to negotiate his escape from prison. In all probability, the details in the will were related to the professor case. The defense's last statement is mere conjecture.
What are you getting at, man? Rinosuke.
A will or a will they, won't they? Sorry, that's so much funnier than it probably actually is. I hate peeps. What a great first time chat. That's so fucking good. That's a 10 out of 10 right there. Susie, can we pin that? No, but honestly, every time I read like them say a will or the will, I instantly think of season 1 Stranger Things, where they're looking for the brother Will, and Jonathan is just like, Will! It's like, looking for my will to live, right?
Mine, whenever I think of it, I have a very obscure idea in mind. It's a Rankin Bass song from The Lord of the Rings, so.
Oh, okay.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Okay. Vampire Daddy is buffering. Let's get him to a soft room filled with wine. A soft padded room. Hi, I hate peeps. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're mere moments away from maybe crashing out. Who the fuck knows at this point? It could just be stuff we already know. Who knows? Or stuff that we've already figured out. As soon as these words come out of my mouth, there's no going back. Oh, and we have to fucking choose. Of course we do. I believe that the last will and testament of Lord Clon Van Zieks was in fact... Oh, it's a confession. It's a confession,
It's
right?
indeed a confession.
Confession?
Yep.
It was an essay all along. He was finishing
To
up
my
his
brother.
he was finishing up his bar exam. It was his final essay he had to turn in.
To my brother, I failed college. I'm not actually a lawyer.
Oh, this is gonna break Von Zieks' chat. I hope you're ready for this fallout. You can do this, Mr. Naruto. I just fucking hate that Sasato has to be his fucking cheerleader. Like, come on. I believe that what Lord Clint Von Zieks actually penned that day was a confession. Regarding the mass murderer known as the Professor and his true identity.
Objection!
Of course he's gonna object.
Enough, council.
Bro's gonna have a fucking heart attack.
What are you saying? Do you even realize?
So, okay. So that's why, yeah, it's like what we've said before, because, like, we kind of speculated this. Why would they be so willing to, like, help jailbreak someone who's innocent? Or someone who was convicted a killer, but, because, like, if it's written from Clint Von Zieks of, like, I am the killer, it was not Genshin Asogi, then they would probably, like, be more willing to, like, actually go through with the jailbreak because they just convicted an innocent man. But they can't, like, actually say anything to anybody. I like how they use British English in this game. It's a nice detail. It sometimes throws me off a little bit when they have, like, different spellings of, like, maneuver or other words. I'm like, did they spell that wrong accidentally or on purpose? Spell that wrong to, like, me, to, like, what I'm used to reading. Von Zieks, please, this is trying to prove your innocence. Sure, hush. Well, we haven't even, wait, have we fully figured out? Oh, no, yeah, because, Sashiro confessed to that. But now we're figuring out all this other stuff. Yeah. Von Zieks, I know this is breaking your world, but please, we only do this so your world continues longer than this trial, right?
A confession about the true identity of the professor. That would mean...
Uh-oh, he's gonna have a moment. Lord Von Zieks, I appreciate this must be hard to take in. I don't know if appreciate's the right word, but okay. But it's only the explanation that fits. The killer that terrorized London a decade ago and became known as the Professor. The man believed to have murdered 5 members of the aristocracy. Wasn't Genshin Isogi at all.
No, you can't be suggesting.
Sir, why wouldn't you, like, wouldn't you want your father to be innocent, sir? Like... This must be
That's
hard to
amazing.
take in, but your brother was a stripper.
Your brother is gay. You are gay.
I'll get the wine to help Vampire Daddy. Okay, sounds good, Julie. I'll meet you at the padded room. If the Iron Heel Wellington fits. I've never heard that expression before, but yes. I understand seems more fitting. Yeah. It was in fact the man believed to have been the 5th victim. 360 no scope, Lord Clint Von Zieks himself. Uh-oh. Chat, he's growling. Oh, shit! That fucking throwback! Look at this! Jesse, hello. Thank you for the lurky hello. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the lurk. It's finally open, is it? Pandora's box. Oh shit. The Great Von Zieks family. They've been thoroughbreds. I can't read this fast. Lord Clint Von Zieks, he was a paragon of justice in the capital. But he was actually a mass murderer.
Perpetrator of atrocities and violence nature.
If the general
public ever found out, law and order in this country would be finished.
Law and order!
My brother.
No wonder they blame someone else. Yeah. Because, like, if they've been doing all of, like, if their family was so ingrained in everything, like, it's like what happened in South Carolina with the Murdaugh trial, I think. Because, like, that family was just, like, so ingrained in everything. I once read a review of this game that suggested Runosuke and Herlock be replaced with Sasato and Iris. I can't imagine this game without them. Yeah. And also because, like, the connections and ties, too. Or for Ari Leon Kennedy, raw and older. Lord Von Zieks.exe has crashed and now requires wine and horizontal tango to recover.
The only thing I don't like, the only criticism I can really think of for this game is the same criticism I have for the majority of other Ace Attorney games, is that they often, like, rehash things that we kind of, like, already know. It's not like at the beginning of certain chapters or like at certain bits that were like very long time ago. Like it's always like something that we could, even in some scenes where it's like, oh, we just saw this like a scene ago in the same chapter, and I just don't think that's it can be dragging and
like,
annoying at times.
Yeah, like showing stuff that like, since considering we're in the final trial of this game, like if they're showing stuff from like flashbacks to even the 4th trial, or especially like going back to the first game, like that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like literally a scene ago does not make sense.
And it has happened like a decent amount that I have taken notice of it.
Right.
I mean, also, I think they also do this for drama, but often they'll have characters respond with the thing that the person said.
Yeah,
but
which also is like, I think like, because since we're reading it aloud, it doesn't make sense. But I think like when you're actually reading it like as a visual novel, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's for emphasis, but like when we're reading it aloud, it's just like extra text that we don't actually need to read.
Yeah.
But when you're reading it internally, it's like more to add emphasis.
Right.
Emphasis on the right syllable.
Syllable.
Oh, this is too awful. Poor Lord Von Zieks. It's okay, we'll take him in. We'll take him back to Japan with us, it's fine.
Anyone thinks this guy is poor is very much mistaken.
That would be a reason to pin it on a foreign exchange student and also bring into question every case Clint ever worked on. That is true. And also since, like, his younger brother is also coming up into the practice, like that would also probably inadvertently throw him under the bus, and he hasn't even begun being a prosecutor yet, like even taking trials, because the professor case was his first case.
I do want to point out, I don't think they so much care about Lord Von Zieks' career, considering that they've used him as a scapegoat for people perishing with the Reapers of Bailey this whole years.
Right.
I'll be right back.
And,
I have to go.
okay. Yeah, you're good. We'll adopt him. He's ours. Yes. Yes, absolutely. It also bringing into question Von Zieks' practices. I mean, like, I think, like, Von Zieks has proven himself to this point of, like, nah, I'm not doing that stuff. But, yeah, I could see it. It's nothing like his brother, but he would just be pinned in the bad light. Right. Forgot my other point I was gonna make. But, yeah. 10 years to write his legacy. Yeah. Yeah, and I will also, like, wonder if, like, Clint did what he did in this manner. Like, if he had Genshin kill him to then stage this, what have you, so that Barrack could still have the opportunity to be a good prosecutor without, like, the shadow of, like, oh yeah, your brother did all these things, like, your reputation is tarnished before, like, the reputation precedes you in a way, you know?
Do you think that Clint murdered some of the aristocracy because they were with Strongheart and trying to, like,
oh, that was my
change-
point. That was the point that was my question I was gonna raise.
Oh, sorry.
What? No, you jogged my memory because I completely forgot. The way Strongheart just reacted feels really weird. If he didn't know that this was the reveal, because he said, like, oh, Pandora's box is now open. Like, if he didn't know that Clint was the professor, I don't think he would react like that. I think he would just be as shocked as everyone else. But he's cool, calm, and collected, being like, oh no, Pandora's box is open, oh no. Like, sir, you had to have known. You had to have known.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much sure that he was the one that, like, instigated the breakout, so...
Yeah. Yeah. So many, yeah.
I wouldn't
But,
be
like, it
surprised if he
does
was the
call
one
into
that had
question,
to
like,
pull his head.
what you brought up about, like, if Clint was killing off the aristocracy that was working with Strongheart is a very interesting point.
I mean, it could be that he just murdered because he's a, mass killer. But, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of for why he would do that.
Right. Even the unconfirmed rumor has people terrified of Von Zieks if that was confirmed. Right. Would you play the Great Ace Attorney Investigations? Is that...
That's the one with Edgeworth as the main protag.
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe. Peeps, to give you some context, we've been playing this game on and off for, like, the last 3 to 4 years. So I am proud to announce that we are finally getting somewhat closer to an end game here. I don't know when I will want to play another Ace Attorney game. Well, you're more than welcome to suggest it on my Rank 1 profile. Because I do keep track of suggestions and recommendations. Because, like, I do have, like, some other larger games that I usually play on a weekend because they're larger. So, I want to be able to go back to Mass Effect 3, Spider-Man 2, eventually play God of War, go back to Far Cry 5. And, like, I usually play those games on the weekend because it's long. I could stream for a little longer versus the weeknight. So, but yeah, feel free to throw it in there and I'll be happy to consider it. I feel like this tune was composed just for this moment. Oh, I could definitely see that for sure. Yeah. I will argue, though, I think the music in the crossover series, in the crossover Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney, is the superior music. But also, I just love Professor Layton's music. It's just so good. What's that?
I said I have heard some bits and pieces from the crossover, and I do think it's pretty good.
So good.
I don't know if it's the best, because
I would say it's the best out of the entire out of like all the Phoenix Wright stuff that I've heard. It's probably the best.
My guess is that it's also because it's dependent on like people's like personal experience with the music. It's kind of like how people will just like get nostalgic just for like passing music for like.
Well, it's
Warcraft
also like
or
just
Starcraft.
the way they not even like the ending suite that they made, which is a blend of melodies from both games, is phenomenal. It's so fucking good. It moves me to tears like every time I listen to it. But even just like in like the trials and stuff, because like they do have like I believe like original tunes, so it's not just all like rips from like the prior games of like and their iconic
they put a lot of love and
soundtracks.
care into it. I will say that.
Yeah, I would love for a remaster of the Professor Layton games and the crossover. I would love for one.
I have no doubt that eventually they might do that because they've basically remastered all the other games, so I don't see why they wouldn't.
Well,
do the crossover.
Professor Layton is also different developer, publisher. It's not Capcom.
Oh, so they'd have to negotiate it with them.
Yeah, they would have to negotiate with them.
I guess it depends on if the developer thinks it's worth it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if Capcom is behind it, then maybe there's more of a chance, but the other Professor Layton games is a different studio.
Right.
I wonder, though, did he never suspect Mr. Naruhodo? Lord Beric von Zieks is a brilliant prosecutor. Is it conceivable that he didn't realize what his older brother really was? Order, order, order in court. Thank God the cheering stopped. That was starting to get a little rough on my ears.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. This is not an ASMR stream. Maybe on Switch 2 with mouse controls, for which I suspect New World of Steam was delayed again. Oh yeah, I believe there's another delay. I feel like I'm never gonna see that game ever. Which I'm fine with. I don't have money for a Switch 2 right now. I have to save
Nobody
up money.
does.
That is fair. That is very fair. Hi Mary, welcome. Good to see you. How are you? Yeah, I mean, like, since Pocapia just came out, like, I would consider getting a Switch 2, but I need some other games on the Switch 2 to make it worth it, you know? Fun fact, Beric von Zieks was known as Prosecutor Rival initially. Interesting. I wonder, oh, wait, like Prosecutor Rival? That's so fucking funny. I love that. That...
It's funny. So I have a little funny instance that I kind of wanted to tell you at some point. Whenever I was playing Chrono Trigger the other day, essentially like this bad guy tried tossing a fireball at like one of the characters, and they just like deflected it away, and he was like, got really angry. I was like, wait, look over there. And then all three of your party members turn around, and so he tosses 3 fireballs all at them to knock them out, and then goes to take them to jail. And I'm just like, this is so stupid. I don't know whether I think this is great or I think it's really dumb.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Mary, thank you for the 7-stream streak. I appreciate you. Hero worship and putting people on pedestals is dangerous. Don't do it unless you want to be like him, points to Von Zieks. Let him be the example. is still also for Switch 1. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be for Switch 2 only. Okay. But like, even if it was for Switch 1 and Switch 2, like, if there's multiple games that are gonna be on Switch 2 that like I can play on Switch 1 or Switch 2, then like I would consider getting a Switch 2, because like Pokapia, Tamagotchi Life when that comes out, and if they do remasters of Professor Layton, but if they only do that for the Switch 2, then that's a Christmas wish for me. They probably won't. Nintendo snubbed Zelda's 30th anniversary. Oh, wait, really? Oh, does it turn 30 this year? Wait, is Zelda and Resident Evil the same age? Because they turn, wait, unless if their 30th anniversary, unless if Resident Evil's 30th anniversary is last year. Similar topic, which made it controversial for fans, apparently. Got it. Dude, I think he's about to have a heart attack. He keeps clutching over his heart. I have fear.
Barrick, you're so dramatic.
I mean, he's a prosecutor.
He is British, so.
Professor made use of an enormous hound as his murder weapon. Tell me, did your brother own a dog? You're like, I ain't telling you shit.
Yes, he did. It was me, I did it.
I was the dog.
I wore the collar.
Great, get him to the room. I'll get the wine as soon as you get the chalice. Bet.
Balmung. He was well-known hunting dog. People called him a giant.
Balmung is a very interesting name.
That's like a demon name.
Zieks, I don't know what a dog is. What's that? Don't you mean a wolf? Or a cat? Oh shit, no, you're right. It is 40. They also snubbed 30. Oh no. Nintendo, come on. Get your shit together, man.
Nintendo's like, what's a Zelda?
We just know Lonk.
Only thing I speak is the fucking Mario. I don't believe this. When my brother would go hunting in the forest of the grounds behind the house, he would always took Balmung.
Well, yeah, especially if it's a fucking hunting dog. Balmung also sounds like a name from Cult of the Lamb. You're not wrong, Anna. That is a very astute observation.
After Clint's death, the creature passed away too, almost as if he were following his master.
And this is where I bet this links to the Sherlock Holmes story.
Or Clint poisoned him, maybe? Oh yeah, you're right. It does very closely go for the hounds.
Yeah, because that's the name of this chapter. Yeah. Remember how they relate all these to Sherlock Holmes stories?
Yeah.
That was like it feels like 3,000 years ago.
It was 84 years ago.
84 years. It's been 800 years. Jellyfish are walking naked.
I don't know why that story of all stories for Sherlock Holmes is one of the most like well known. I guess like there's nothing really different about it to me except for the fact that in the story, for a good portion of it, you only have Watson investigating, and then Sherlock basically comes along saying,
Yep, you're right. I called it. I knew it.
Norse mythology, sword of the hero Sigurd. Cool. But yeah, essentially, the story has Watson actually get mad at Sholmes because Sholmes comes out basically saying he's been watching him the whole time, and so Watson was getting mad, like, you made me sit here doing investigations, writing detailed reports to send you, and you're telling me you've been here the whole time?
Yes.
And And he was very apologetic, like, no, I was listening to the reports, I had the stuff being sent to me, so I was reading them, I just wanted them to not think it was me, because I trusted your observation skills and whatnot, so he was actually trying to compliment him and whatnot.
Never forget, a shy Russian girl caused all of this. Yeah. Hounds of Baskerville is the story. Yeah, yes. I want to rewatch BBC Sherlock. I keep getting ads because I do not use an ad blocker because I just can't be asked, honestly, at this point to use one. I keep getting ads for like I don't know if it's a new Sherlock series or a movie. Because I skipped the ad after 5 seconds. But like there's a new Sherlock something. Couldn't tell you what it is, but then there's just Sherlock something. I don't know what.
Don't know.
I also need to rewatch BBC Sherlock and the Robert Downey Jr. movies. Young Sherlock. Oh, okay. How they did that in the BBC Sherlock was pretty fucking good. John was fucking pissed.
He was magnificent hunting dog, worthy of the jewel-studded collar around his neck.
Jewels, you say? Jewels, you say? Also, when he said he was a magnificent hunting dog, my brain auto said, the most beautiful, amazing hunting dog to ever exist. I'm like, I hope I'm in a public place when it happens. I need to celebrate with people. Jeweled collar, you say? Like a ring.
That's right. Though sadly,
Nonchalantly pointed at me with his right hand type moment. Oh my god, he pointed at me.
some years ago now, it was stolen by a thief who broke into the house one night.
Magnificent hunting dog, you mean Kazuma, von Zieks. Jewel-studded collar stolen by a thief.
Kinky. Firecrackers.
Firecracker, armband. I just want to see this man smile again. Ah, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Don't mind me, I'm just perusing for funsies. Well, none of them will have it. Don't mind me, I'm just taking a gander. It's the armband. So happens that myself and my colleagues have come across such a collar during our time in London. Okay, this is where I'm gonna need a flashback game.
Oh, good job.
Satato's like, let me get the receipts out, man. There's an old emblem attached to the collar too, made of pure gold. What case was this from? Okay, I remember we made a joke about this collar because there was a B on it and we didn't know that the dog's name was going to start with a B. So we thought like, oh, it's Barrack's collar. Like this is his collar.
Right.
Wasn't this the last case with Hairbrain? Game 2, case 2. Astrid, I don't know what case 2 is. That was a year and a half ago at this point. I have no idea. I don't know what game 2, case 2 is.
When I said 84 years, it's been 84 years.
Wait, that was the second Saseki case. That was the second Saseki case with Shamsphere.
Did he steal that?
don't know. This is what I'm hoping for a flashback, man.
I don't remember this.
I mean,
The guy's
I
helping
think
me
so. Maybe. I remember we
Just
did
gonna-
joke it was barracks. Yeah, we did. We definitely did joke about it. I still can't believe Saseki Natsume is a real person who actually went to London. Like, you mean in the game, or like actually legit IRL?
Real person. according to
Person.
Peeps, is a real person. What? An emblem bearing the initial B.
Yeah, isn't that your first initial barrack? Is that your collar? Do you have some kinks we should know about, sir? That's not me doing a bit. He's real. Wait. Peeps, we need the tea. Who is this individual? Or is that going to spoil anything for the rest of the game? Because if it's going to spoil anything for the rest of the game, don't tell us. Don't tell us. Zieks knows where that collar has been. You know it?
It's the insignia of the Baskerville family.
Please okay, wait. Is he gonna be like, oh, that's like my family on like my mother's side or something? Like, what does the Baskervilles have anything to do with this? Why is that name coming up now? Also, this is the okay. Here's also another thing about Ace Attorney, generally speaking, of if you're gonna have, because I like games like this when it's like segmented by trials or like chapters, kind of like in Danganronpa, where you have like these through lines from like other cases that come up in the end. But like when you're like us, who again take 84 years to get through 2 entire cases, I know Baskerville was mentioned before. I just can't tell you when or how or why it came up. So like having like almost like a mechanism with like Sasato's notebook of being able to, it catalogs like key details, not in necessarily the court record, like so you can't necessarily present those things, but like to help refresh your recollection on like key important names or places or dates or stuff like that. I think Danganronpa might do something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Cause like they definitely brought up Baskerville before. I just don't remember what the fuck they talked about with Baskerville. I have no idea. I have no idea when it came up before. Do you know? Cause I don't.
They might not have come up yet. I don't know.
I don't know. It's been 84 years. Legitimately been 84 years. He's an author of the famous book I Am a Cat Who Had a Horrible Time Studying Abroad in London. Oh no! Oh, poor guy. That's cool that they have that like in here.
He just writes a book and was like, this place was shit. I hated being here. I learned a lot though.
I'm gonna be a cat because this place was shit.
I'm sure to a Japanese person even now, let alone like hundreds of years ago, going to someplace like London must be terrible.
Mm-hmm. It was my cousin's cousin of cousin and aunt with mother.
Baskerville's the family name of my late brother's widow.
Oh, his brother's wife. Okay.
Yep. That pure gold emblem was an heirloom, which Clint acquired upon their marriage.
Congratulations, you're now married. Now give me all of your gold. Yeah, sorry, ladies. Sorry, femmes. Sorry. So he was Brett. No, stop. No. Zieks, the B, in fact, stands for based. Wait, who's the widow, though? Who is the wife? I don't know if this is actually any important, but I want to know who the wife is. Who did he marry?
That's gonna be the next game where I help my husband murder.
There could be no doubt then. The color you described was Belmong's.
Okay, great. We found it in Shamsphere's apartment, if you remember that guy. Von Zieks is a thoroughbred aristocrat. That is true. Sorry, femmes of history, you don't get to keep your stuff. Only your husband can control your wealth. Yeah. Hi, Nagi Art. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Just here to say hi before I leave. Have fun. Thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. We're just chilling. We have Von Zieks on the stand and Dumbfaced Crown as his lawyer. But Dumbfaced Crown is doing brilliant work just staring at me as I sniffle into my microphone. I promise I'm not actually sick.
Sniff, sniff.
Not like I'm gonna cough and like get y'all infected through a microphone, but like
That would be one hell of a disease.
yeah, the true biovirus that they would like to make, said Umbrella Corporation.
It's a tech virus.
The family insignia on Lord Quint? Who the fuck is Quint?
Quint?
Quint? I said Quint instead of Clint.
Oh. I was like, where do you see
Quint?
Quint?
I don't. My mouth said it. So how did you catch COVID this time? Greg coughed into the microphone and gave it to 9 people, apparently. T-virus if it was technology.
I think that would be a pretty good hook for an adventure. Is a T virus is a tech virus that goes through technology.
Yeah. So he just took a family heirloom from his wife? Yeah, for funsies. He married her. And he's like,
It's not
okay,
like
I'm
she had
taking
a
your
dog,
things now.
apparently.
Thank you. I own everything of you now. Thank you.
It's not like he's gonna do anything with the dog collar. He might as well put it on his dog, am I right?
Put on Barrack. I'll stop. I'll stop.
It's such an awkward sounding conversation. Hey Clint, I got you this collar. It's like, oh, there's a bee. It's like my name. It's like, yeah. What kind of collar is it? Oh, it's for a dog. It's like, I'm not wearing that.
The gone thought, Clint Von Zieks, maybe. There was a considerable amount of blood on the collar when we saw it. Since we know the dog was used for hunting, it could have been from its quarry, of course.
But it could equally have been from human prey.
That's a way to describe it. That's not blood on the collar, it's just soaked in wine. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Taste test.
So it's true then. Clint Von Zieks really was the professor. Impossible. These Japanese are making it all up to exonerate their own. So in fact, the person responsible for these murders of nobles and royals was a noble himself. And that threatened to be an enormous scandal that would irrevocably destabilize British society.
My father knew that, and was using it to negotiate his way out of the unjust charges brought up against him. But at the very last hour, those he bargained with betrayed him, slaying him mercilessly on foreign soil.
I feel like Von Zieks is about to drop some like, no, you! Barrack broke a wine glass and the dog passed by at the most inopportune moment. You just know that dog was used to destroy wine bottles. I'm already the juice box for one vampire was one more, right? Wait, aren't you not also a juice box for Silas? Third myth? Well, can you deny it? Lord Strongheart? Oh! Are we gonna get maniacal laughter? 10 years have passed. Good, I'm glad you can count time, sir. I'm very proud of you. And still now, the 6 million inhabitants of our great capital rest easy believing that justice was done. That, though his eminency remains, the diabolical murderer was caught and executed. Now I'm just imagining Von Zieks pouring a glass for the dog. mean, Wine for Dogs does exist. Wait. No shit? It does? I never would have known that. There's also Wine for Cats. I hate it here. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. Been meaning to buy Wine for Cats so I can get drunk with my girls. I don't know how I feel about that either.
I think that's called catnip, yeah.
Yeah. Very well then. You may have the truth. Oh shit.
And you can choke on it. Tell me then. Tell me what Clint really was.
Okay, I have a question. So, we're not gonna stream terribly long tonight. But I don't want to, like, get to a point where it's, like, not that the game's gonna, like, auto-continue for us, but, like, I don't want to get to a point in the game where it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, everything is coming undone. All the truth is coming out. And, like, you just, like, we just feel the need to keep going. Because it's like, okay.
You want to pause it here, then?
Well, like, I don't know how much is left. And I know, like, the guide is not really gonna tell you. Because we also like to yap, so...
There's at least 2 paragraphs before the not guilty. Like, 2 sections is what it's
2 sections?
I don't know how else to, like, describe it to you, because, like, they have these big titles of, like, different, like, sections in the chapter.
Okay.
And they'll give me, like, a description of, like, very highlighted of what is, like, important.
Okay.
And, of course, as we've seen, where there'll be 1 paragraph for a section, but they'll go on for, like...
45 minutes. Also
yeah,
with us yapping in between, yeah.
Yeah, so it's... To me, I wish I could tell you where was a good place to pause.
So, like, my friendos in chat, excuse me, who have played this game before, without spoiling anything. Is this a good place to pause? Or is there gonna be, like, do we have to make any other choices? Or is this kind of like, okay, everything's gonna come out now, and, like, if we want to do that all in one run, we should do that all in one stream?
There is 1, 2...
Because I know there's gonna be an epilogue. Knowing Strongheart, it won't be the truth, just his truth. That is true, yeah.
I think there's 3 things for us to do.
I suggest you see it till the end. I can't stream that late tonight, though. I can't sit here for another 3 hours. Because, like, also because, like, we yap a lot, if you can't tell that already.
Yeah.
Like, I have an event tomorrow that, like, I still need to finish setup for. Yeah, I have a con that I'm vendoring out. Like, not a con, but, like... Without spoiling it for myself, there seems to be about another 2 or so hours worth of content. And I imagine, like, what you're looking at is probably, like, if it was, like, on autoplay, like, no interruption, I would assume. I don't know if you're, like, looking at a video or Let's Play or something. Or a stream VOD. 'Cause, like, next week, if we started, like, at our normal time, we could probably finish it. It's definitely a substantial amount of content. Now might be a good time to call it. Okay. Yeah, because, like, if we're gonna... Because, like, that's also another thing. Like, I don't want to have to pause in the middle of them doing the reveal. Because that's going to feel so anticlimactic for me. So, like, I'd rather have them pause now, and then just do everything, like, do the entire reveal, go into epilogue in one go.
I think, personally, because it sounds like we're getting really close to, like, a really important part, this would probably be the best place, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, just so, again, so we're not having to pause in the middle of the reveal,
like, really
and the
stuff.
the quote-unquote testimony, like the confession. Because, like, that's gonna feel weird. to me to pause in the middle of it. And then by the time, like, if, like, we get to epilogue, it's like, oh, well, we should just keep going because, like, the epilogue's right here. And then before we know it, it's going to be 11 p.m. at night, and I'm going to be kicking myself. I'm like, oh, shit, like, I still have things I need to print. I still need to do this, that, and the other thing. Like, I still need to, like, schedule clips for the week. And then, like, yeah.
There's always next week where we can, like, try to power through the rest of this.
I mean, yeah, and, like, we can coordinate. Because, like, now that you are #unemployed, because you wanted to be unemployed, well, that's not how I meant to word that.
I think I understand what you mean. Is I volunteered.
Like, not laid off, not fired. You chose to be unemployed, for better or for worse. So, like, we have some flexibility, I think, depending on your schedule. Like we don't have to contend with weird work hours, essentially. So I think we can, like, maybe, I mean, again, I'm just spitballing here. Maybe next Saturday we start an hour earlier than normal, and then, like, we just power through, take breaks, and just power through it. Because y'all, this is it. This is it.
Yeah, we're getting really close to the end here.
We're so close.
After we're done with the 2 bits I was talking about with the not guilty, we have this big
and then
paragraph.
epilogue.
Yeah, we get this big old paragraph, and apparently the end of the game is resolving the mystery of Iris's father.
Huh? Oh, it's like the one final thing.
Yeah, just
The
one
one final
thing.
thing you got to figure out. Sholmes is
gonna
the
go
father all
exercise.
along. I mean, he's
It's
old
Naruto.
enough. He's old enough to be her dad. Because he's, like, in his early mid-30s. He's old enough.
Is it really? I mean, he is very Japanese coded and, like, samurai and whatnot, so I guess I'm not surprised. I would think it would be a woman, but I guess there's not a lot of women in this one.
What? What are you talking about?
Talk about Kazuma Osogi is apparently the most popular character in all of
Oh,
Great Ace Attorney
sorry. I
Japan.
thought you were replying to my statement about Herlock being Iris's dad. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck you got Japanese coded from that man. But
Sorry,
okay, sure.
My mind read that and just said that out loud. Sorry. I'm gonna head off. Thank you, Gray.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Sarah, for even if it was a shorter stream, we appreciate having you.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, Sarah. Okay, let me disconnect from the call before Discord freaks out and is like, hey, poke, poke, poke. It is 8 p.m. It is so early. Because you now have free time due to personal choices to eventually move abroad. Yes. Kazuma Sogi is the most popular character in the entirety of the Great Ace Attorney in Japan. Interesting. I mean, Kazuma is a good character. I mean, I like Von Zieks. Like, Von Zieks is my favorite. You know who else is daddy? Leon S. Kennedy. Yes. Yes. He wants pheasant and will pout if he doesn't get it. Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, he will pout. I'm very happy to have caught this stream. We're happy to have you. Thanks for being here. I normally don't do Friday streams. It's because I took off work today to do con prep, and also because my mom had to come and visit me and give me things. Because she's preparing for her shit, so she's giving me her stuff. Or, like, stuff that she's giving me. So I acquired a new bookcase that remains folded in my living room. Herlock, Von Zieks, Naruto, and Hosonaga were 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, respectively. Oh, interesting. Sholmes I've definitely grown fonder of, especially in this final chapter. Originally, like, I wasn't, like, a huge fan of him. Especially, like, as we moved into the 2nd game. But, like, he's definitely grown on me now. Like, I definitely, like, okay, I get it. I see the vision. But yeah, I'm glad we got to play. And like I said, I normally don't stream on Fridays. It's because I took off work. And then next Friday I will be remote. So I'm actually remote 4 days next week. So I'm probably not gonna stream Wednesday, which is like the other remote day that I have, and then I'll probably do Friday instead for streaming. Which does remind me, I did make a schedule for next week. So Monday, for realsies, we will go to Hollow Knight, and pray. I'm gonna check to make sure the controller works. Tuesday, we're gonna have James come back, to do more Parallel Experiment, which is a co-op puzzle game. Both sides have different parts of the puzzle to complete the puzzle, and we have to work together to figure it out. And then next Friday should be, in theory, more Dead by Daylight with Asdru Boy. And I say in theory, not because of his power going out, mostly in theory because I just have to confirm the schedule with him. I don't think we actually locked in a date, so I have to connect with him to make sure that, like, hey, are we good for this? If not, if he's unable to, then we'll still stream, whether it be with Sarah or we do something else. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I appreciate you all being here and hanging on out. We are going to go right on over to... We're going to right on over to Dognet, who is playing Resident Evil Requiem. Do I know where he is in Resident Evil Requiem? No, I have no idea. He appears to be in a tunnel. Sewage, potentially. Not like a tunnel, but like a little crawl space, vent space thing, area. I don't know. He's in first person, so I can't tell. He's holding a flashlight. In the left hand. Probably a grace part then. Yeah, he's coming to the end of a tunnel, and there's a guy dressed in white just dead on the floor in front of it. Oh, and now it's convulsing. Okay, cool. That's cool. Cool. Oh, and the guy's now alive. Okay, and he backed back into the tunnel. All right, if you like what Dognut's up to, please drop a follow on his channel. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. I will see you all after this weekend. I will post in the Discord and probably around on socials my fit tomorrow, aka I'm gonna have purple hair. Not permanently, just not permanently. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you all real soon. My name is Erin Gray, Queer Writer Streamer, signing off.